everyone, it's Danny and today's video is going to be my March favourites, and I have this up a couple of days early because I really just wanted to get in there and show you all of my favourites because I do have so many favourites to share with you this month. I'm not sure where they've all come from, but I've just suddenly accumulated all these products which I absolutely love, and I've actually had to whittle it down a little bit because there were so many products I've been loving. But do be sure to check out my blog because I will be featuring reviews of all the products I've been loving lately. So the first few products are skincare products and the first two are actually cleansers, and the first one is the Facialist by Vitamin C Brightening Cleansing Oil, and I've been using this as my makeup remover in place of Bioderma, and I do really love it. It removes every scrap of makeup. It even removes sort of all of my mascara, which I find Bioderma doesn't do, so it does make cleansing an absolute breeze, and I find that it really cuts down the time in cleansing because with Bioderma I have to really wipe it over my face to make sure everything's gone, but with this I can just massage it in, rinse it off, and all my makeup is gone, and I could probably leave it at that, but I do like to double cleanse anyway. But I do really love this, and it's a great one to check out if you're on a budget as well. I would definitely check this out instead of any more expensive ones because I think this does the job just as well. I have written a review of this on my blog, so do check that out. I'll leave the link down below if you want to know more about this product. And then the next cleansing product is the Revlon Morning Time Cleanser, and this is actually my mum's. I've been using a bunch of samples of it which I've had lying around in my stash because I've just been trying to make use of all my lovely samples I have, and I have absolutely been loving it. It's a really nice one to use in the morning because it is a balm, so it's nice and hydrating, but it does still really refresh the skin and really cleanse the skin, which I really like. And I found since using it my skin's been a lot brighter and it's felt a lot softer, and I think that's because it has AHAs in it, I believe, so it really does help to brighten the skin and really gently exfoliate it every single morning. You can obviously use it in the evening as well, but I've just been using it in the morning and I've really been loving it because my skin is quite dry, so it's really nice to use something that's a bit more hydrating but still refreshing. And then the final skincare product is kind of skincare, kind of not, and it is the Soap & Glory Feel Good Factor, and the reason why I wouldn't really class this as skincare is because it's marketed as a BB cream, but because I use it in place of my moisturiser, I am calling it skincare for this video. It's marketed as a SPF, a primer and a moisturiser all in one. It contains hyaluronic acid and vitamin C and E, I believe, and it also has SPF 25, so it's a really great throw-on product if you want something which is going to hydrate your skin and also give you a bit of sun protection. I just think this is a really great multitasking product for if you want something to slap on in the mornings, which is going to do the job of sort of 3 products because this does do a really good job at priming as well. I find that when I apply this my skin just feels so soft and smooth and almost like I've applied a silicone primer, which is great because it means I can completely skip primer altogether and my makeup will stay on for a really long time anyway. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking this up, and I do think Soap & Glory are in offer at Boots at the moment. Moving on to makeup, and I have been sorting out my stash a lot lately, and I've also been on a couple of trips to Boots, so I've found quite a lot of favourites recently, and the first one is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua Foundation, and this is still in the box because I'm currently using up a sample and I haven't actually moved onto the full-size bottle, but this is what it looks like. It's just a really sleek, really sophisticated packaging, and it's great for travelling, although I don't really travel, but if you do travel this would be the perfect foundation to take with you. It's a really lightweight foundation. It has quite a lot of water in it, so you do have to make sure to shake it up before you use it, but I absolutely love this for days where I want my skin to look nice but I don't want to wear a heavy foundation because it gives you a sort of light to medium coverage, and it's, I would say, a satin finish. It's not really dewy, but it's not matte at all, but I do find that when I wear this I don't have to powder as much, which is great. A lot of people say that the longevity of this isn't all that great, but I do find that on my skin it will last me a full day, so sort of 6 to 8 hours, which is good enough for me. All in all, I absolutely love this foundation. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a really nice, lightweight, but covering everyday foundation. Sticking with bases, and I've been loving this concealer for the past week or so, and it is the Maybelline Anti-Age The Eraser Eye, and this is their concealer with the sort of sponge on the end, which isn't all that hygienic to some, but I don't really mind it because it's just going on my face and my face is clean when I apply makeup anyway. So the reason I've been loving this is because it's a really good match for my skin, but it still somehow manages to brighten at the same time. So I like using this instead of using a more brightening concealer, which can sometimes look a little light under my eyes on an everyday basis, because this perfectly matches, so it looks really natural but it still does help to brighten and cover all of my dark circles. It's really hydrating as well, and it doesn't crease on me, which I absolutely love because I do love my Nars concealer, but I find that sometimes it can be a little bit drying and it can crease a tiny bit because it is quite thick. But this one's really lightweight but does still cover at the same time, so I definitely recommend checking this out if you're looking for a new under eye concealer. Moving on to face makeup, and I have a couple of new cheek products I've been loving, and the first one is the Topshop bronzer, and I'm really not sure if you can get this anymore. It's still available in my Topshop, but it's not available on the website, so if you want this I would recommend just going into your store and looking for it. But it's this really gorgeous matte brown colour. This is the shade Mohawk, and I've been using this for contouring and bronzing because it is quite a warm brown, but it's not an orangey brown, it's just a very matte mid-tone warm brown, which I really like, and it does the job of all of my sort of bronzing needs. So it contours and it bronzes and it just warms up the face. And yeah, I really do like this, so I definitely recommend checking out the Topshop bronzers if you see them in your store. And it's absolutely huge, and it was only about £9, so that's a really great thing about Topshop makeup. It's just so affordable. And then again, the next cheek product is probably a little bit harder to find, and it is one of the Tarte blushes, but if you are looking out for them, they are being stocked on QVC from the 28th, I believe, although they will be a little bit more expensive, so it might be one to pick up if you're making a Sephora order or anything like that. But anyway, this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Tipsy, and it's just a really gorgeous, true bright coral pink colour, and I absolutely love it. It really brightens up the face and makes you look really awake, and it just really perks up the skin if it's looking a bit dull and sallow. So I do really love this, and I've been wearing it a lot lately because I find I've just been wanting to wear lots of summer makeup because it's still quite dull and drab outside, but I feel like spring is coming, so I'm trying to embrace the spring makeup a bit more lately. So I definitely recommend picking up one of these if you're looking for some new blushes, and especially this shade because it's just perfect for the spring and summer. And then the last makeup product is a drugstore product, and this is one of the things... Oh! Whew. And then the final makeup product is something which I picked up on one of my many trips to Boots during their 3 for 2 event they had going on recently, and it is the Maybelline Coloursensational Shine Gloss in the shade Cashmere Rose. And this has been raved about by Hello October, Susie, and also Anna from Viviana Does Makeup, and they've both said a lot of great things about it, and I do really agree. It's such a lovely lip gloss, and I'm not usually a lip gloss person. The reason I love these is because they're not sticky in the slightest, but they're still really glossy, and there's a good amount of pigmentation there. They're very similar to the Clarins glosses, the Lip Perfectors, but a little bit less sticky, I would say, and I absolutely love them already. So this is like the perfect gloss for me because I really do not like glosses usually. The colour of this one is sort of a nudie, peachy, corally shade, I would say. It's a really lovely subtle colour for everyday wear during the spring because it just really brightens up your makeup look without being too much, and I can even wear this when I'm not really wearing any other makeup and it still fits in perfectly and doesn't look too over the top. So I definitely recommend throwing this in your basket if you visit Boots anytime soon because it's just a really lovely product to have in your collection, and I am going to be posting a review of these soon, so look out for that. And then lastly, I wanted to feature a couple of other favourites which aren't makeup or skincare, and the first thing is mini eggs, and this packet is basically empty. I have a couple roaming around in the bottom for emergencies if I really need some mini eggs because I absolutely love them and I've been addicted to them lately. They're just so yummy, and I'm going to have to stock up because they only come out around Easter, I think, which is shocking because they would do so well if they were out all year round. If you haven't tried mini eggs before, they're sort of chocolate covered in a hard sugary shell, and I don't know why, but they're just so nice and I can't get enough of them, and I do think they're very addictive, so I definitely recommend picking these up if you see them and trying them out. You won't regret it, although you might because you'll eat them 24/7. And then my final favourite is a fashion favourite, and it's this skirt from Topshop, and this is just a really lovely everyday skirt. It's kind of like a skater skirt, but it's thicker and it's more pleated, I would say. It just looks really expensive and it's really high quality considering it was only about £25, and I've just been wearing it almost daily because it goes with absolutely everything I wear, and it's so comfortable and it's kind of warm, I would say. It's like doesn't blow up or anything, it just sort of sits there and it's really just nice to wear every day. So I definitely recommend picking this up if you see it in Topshop because it's just a really great addition to your wardrobe. So they are all of my favourites for the month of March. Thanks for watching, everyone. Do let me know your favourites in the comments section, and I will leave all of the products I mentioned in the down bar along with any links to reviews or anything like that. Let me know what videos you'd like to see in the future because I am trying to note some down so that I can plan my future videos and everything like that because I do have exams coming up, so I want to know what I'm going to be filming so I can get them all ready so that I don't have to stress during doing my revision. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it, and do subscribe to see more of my videos. My next video will be a tutorial, I believe, on Sunday, so look out for that, and I will see you next time. Bye!